We are on super duper red alert. Yeah, it's gonna be a weird week, man. I got a real strange feeling about this week. But hang in there and stay cool, and hopefully we will make it through. A large fire broke out near the central London train station of Elephant and Castle, sending huge plumes of black smoke over the capital. London Fire Brigade says 15 fire engines and 100 firefighters battled the blaze. And so, the last week we've seen a building fall into its footprint in Miami, and now we are watching what was a major fire in downtown London. And no matter what is happening, I always do a fundraiser at the start of every month to keep THORnews up and running, which makes my life like a game show. So if you appreciated all the work I've done last month, last year, or the last 8 years, you can make a contribution. THORnews, snail mail, PayPal, Venmo, CashApp, Patron. Help keep me in the game. Well, I got $1,747 left to go with 4.5 days left in the July fundraiser. Super duper thank you to Loretta and Arnika. On June 14th, we had the Saturn Uranus square, and that is the day I get a staph infection on my stomach where my belt buckle rubs my belly as I've been trying to get in shape. And so, for like 4.5 days, I've been on antibiotics. I don't know how antibiotics treat you, but they messed me up, man. So if I'm acting weird, that is my excuse. And the latest 2 GFS runs have shown a possible hurricane coming into the Gulf around the 7th or 8th of July. Just something to watch. Hopefully, the Atmospheric Defense Team / Prayer Warriors / Asteroid Fight Club can knock it down to just like a tropical depression or a tropical storm. But the very last 2 runs of the GFS have shown a wave forming as it rolls off of Africa. It slides under Puerto Rico, moves past Cuba, and then it finds its way, shoots the gap, and ends up in the spot where the hurricanes like to go in 2020. And so we will have to continue to monitor this as we are now approaching the peak of hurricane season. Oh, that's like a month or 2 away. The latest Euro run curves Invest 95 pretty much out to sea, and that is what we'd be hoping for. All right, the big persistent story this week has been the major heat wave, which has been hitting the upper Pacific Northwest as an area of high pressure. Just kind of hangs out and loiters, bringing some very dangerous and unfavorable conditions to areas that are not used to it. Today, we're looking at the possibility of more records being broken in Canada, Washington, Oregon, and surrounding areas. Plus, Idaho, you guys are going to be hot too. The sun is starting to wake up and get in on the action. At the moment, we have 3 sunspots that are on the Earth-facing disk. We've had a couple of solar flares and a coronal mass ejection that will probably miss Earth as it passes by on July 1st. Plus, beautiful noctilucent clouds in motion. Noctilucent clouds ripple like no other clouds on Earth. That's what she said. Of course not. They're barely on Earth. Excellent observation there, buddy. On June 26th, Harlan Thomas captured this video just outside Calgary, Alberta. And that's in Canada, if you didn't know. Yeah, they're beautiful. They say they're made up of meteor smoke and angel dust, but not the bad stuff that they used to have in New York in the mid-'80s. The good stuff that I just made up because I'm trying to tell jokes. I mentioned them on antibiotics. They mentioned they find a minor planet, comet, that will be coming in our solar system, making its closest approach a decade from now, but we won't be able to see it, so it doesn't seem like that big of a deal to me. But maybe it's a harbinger of outer planetary bodies to come. But I still got my eye on Comet C2017 K2, which will come within like 1.8 lunar distances of Earth. That one could be impressive, and it will make its perihelion, closest to Earth, July 2022. And pretty much, if you guys aren't getting hit with super hot heat, then you have been getting the rain. Right now, there are 69 rivers flooding. A lot of them are sub-Great Lakes. So today and tomorrow, we are looking at a lot more rain, and it is monsoon season. So Arizona, New Mexico could be getting in on it, including you, Nevada, and Wyoming, plus all the usual suspects in the south, in the northeast, and in the Appalachians. Tomorrow, we've got some more severe weather to watch out for in the northeast, and we've got a curly little rain tail. Hopefully, this will bring some rain to the super heated areas. You guys could use a cool down for sure. Danny made landfall yesterday, I think, as a depression, and now he's just a big clump of rain in Georgia and Alabama, and will continue to do so. And then, of course, this is 95L, which we are watching out for. But somehow, if this thing does make it into the Gulf of Mexico, Katie barred the door. And I don't want to get too overly optimistic about our hurricane season just yet, because we barely scratched the surface and things are kind of weird. The USA isn't the only one to get wild weather, as I think this is France, and they had a good deal of flood hail, with lots of rain and lots of hail. Oh, hail. Small community of Lytton, British Columbia, has set a new all-time Canadian heat record for the second day in a row, and today it might be going for the gold again. But the hot heat isn't just a West Coast adventure. Parts of the Northeast are going to be getting some pretty hot dang temperatures, apparently, on Tuesday. And then the day after is where they'll get the severe weather. So things are wild. There's kind of like a giant low spinning over Paris, Brussels, Luxembourg, and Strasbourg, causing some problems in some areas. And the corpse of Tropical Storm Danny, was it a tropical storm? Is moving over central Alabama this morning. This info brought to us by James Span the Man. That was an easy rhyme, always is. Get your PWatt calculators ready, because parts of the Northeast, including with the severe weather, could see up to 3.5 inches of rain in some locales. The stalwart is letting us know the massive heat wave out west has triggered its first blackout, but doesn't say where. We're just going to have to take our guesses. Wait, is it Canada? I don't know. Avista becomes first utility to institute rolling blackouts. The blackouts, which have been affecting up to 30,000 customers, is from a company that covers Avista, 340,000 customers in the Northwest. Hey, almost every commodity out there is surging in price these days, so that's interesting. And we had a fresh eruption from an unnamed active region. And listen, from the vicinity of the central meridian of the Earth-facing solar disk. But it's only like a B-class flare, so even if it does impact Earth, the impacts probably won't be huge. Bing. Look at that. Man, the sun is such a mystery. And I don't know why the scientists always yell at the public. The public don't have shit to do with it. If you want to do something to handle the Earth changes, you're going to have to deal with the oil companies, man. That's how it always has been, and that's how it always will be. And so right now, it's definitely touch and go, and we are having a hard time coming up with good plans for the Earth changes we're going to see over the next few years with all the gas giants on the same side. I think I've reached the age where I don't ever want to argue with anybody about anything ever again. Yeah, Portland, Seattle, and Canada break all-time records amid a historic heat wave. It's only June, and Jacobada hit 126 degrees. That is hot, dude. Earthquakes have been fairly tame, although we had a 5.8 magnitude yesterday, and this will be the first month of the year that we haven't had a major new volcano eruption. But somebody knock on wood, because there's still a day and a half left. And we know the wildfires across the West are going to be on a whole different level this year. California disasters. Hashtag lava fire in 4 frames. The magic hour is hitting the North State, and thus low-angle sunlight and picturesque landscape are combining with smoke and air currents to create some rather apocalyptic scenes. And then it's just a hashtag weed. One of the fires is called weed fire, and I don't know why it makes me giggle. Yeah, I've mentioned before that through the 10th of July, it's going to have a very bleak end of the world feel to it, but I'm pretty sure the majority of us will make it through. So hang on, buddy. There was a 3.9 earthquake in San Leandro, California, but, they're used to small quakes like that. $1 trillion was lost globally to cyber attacks in 2020, with ransomware attacks rising over 40% and email-delivered malware attacks up 600% from 2019. That was a lot of money, dude. That's what the crazy thing is. You know that hackers can attack basically anything you have that is digital. And so that is why the crypto thing is, I don't know, at least if you have cash or money in a bank account that is backed by the FDIC, it's there. And the digital aspect, it can be sketchy. We've got some big fires breaking out in Turkey. And we've definitely seen some impressive fires happening in California and Arizona over the last week or two. And also, we've been having wildfires in Canada, because of the super hot temperatures all around makes it easy for things to catch fire. Texas and Houston have been seeing a lot of rain, and rain will continue as there is a good chance, over 80% chance for more rain in Houston later. Former astronaut calls for NASA to collaborate with China. This is Chris Hadfield, and I agree. I don't know how you can have a future with China, Russia, and America, like pretty much kind of cold warring each other, and then allowing corporations to do all the super cool space stuff, at least for our countries, because in China, they control their own space programs. I don't know, man. I'm just saying teamwork is the way to go, but I don't think we're going to get a lot of teamwork this week. Stay tuned. Oklahoma has also seen a lot of rain over the last 3 days, with some areas getting over 6 inches. So yeah, be ready. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a weird week ahead of us, but let us try to have a good 4th of July. Technically, in the United States compared to other countries, we are still pretty free, man. You can still do most of the shit that you want to do that is basically legal. You know what I'm saying? But these are strange days, and, it will probably continue to feel bleak and apocalyptic over the next week or possibly 2. And hopefully things will calm down after that. And, I don't know, it was like a week ago, 5 days, Thursday, I went to the hospital. I got the antibiotics for my staph infection. And now I'm smack dab in another new fundraiser. So I got a lot of things to think about over the next few days. And I definitely have to start kicking ass. Although I think I did pretty good this last month. And 2021, definitely 2020, 2019, probably the years before that. And so if you'd like to contribute, I would super appreciate it. And technically, my future rests upon you. Man, my life is like a game show. It's so crazy. Every month I'm like, can't believe I do it like this. But I do. So I'll be praying for miracles again. But if you would like to contribute, I got a snail mail, a PayPal, a Venmo, a CashApp, a Patron. It has been your honor, my honor, to be your Planetary Defense Commander. And I will try to lead us all the way through this wild, wild year that will be 2021. But I think things will definitely improve by 2023. So stay tuned, stay cool, and keep your cool if you can. Thank you to Astro Fight Club, Loretta, Arnica, and everybody cool out there. Y'all have a good day, and I'll talk to y'all in the near future.